And to continue this conversation, I'm joined by our security consultant, Darlington Omoro. He joins us to talk about this latest incident and what it really means. Good to have you join us on the news at 1.
Good afternoon.
I'm sure you have a lot of things to, say about the current security situation that we are seeing at the moment. From Kwara to Kebbi and now to Niger, we've seen a lot of this in the past few weeks. What does this persistence of abduction really reveal about the current security strategies that we have in place in the country at the moment?
Well, it's not about the current security strategies, it's about the state of the nation as we are right now. A lot of school of thoughts. You see these things happening simultaneously.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Telecast TV. I'm Miracle Angala. Bandit invade Catholic school, kidnap student staff in Niger state. Who is responsible for this attack? Endeavor to watch to the end. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, and share your thoughts on these trending videos.
Some will tell you that the statement of Donald Trump has not helped the nation, as perhaps maybe also helped to inflame or increase this number of activities of these criminals.
Okay, looking at what we've seen in the past few weeks, you're a security consultant yourself. You've appeared on this platform many times, to give your suggestions. You mentioned the Donald Trump statement. Do you think this is linked to what we are seeing at the moment?
Yeah, if you want to look at it differently from different angles, one, all of a sudden, the question you ask yourself is, why do we have multiple issues erupting almost at the same time within the same period? A general was killed recently. Is it a show of strength by these terrorists? Are they trying to say that Donald Trump or not? Let's show that we are capable of doing some things. Now, a Catholic school, Donald Trump talked about the killing of Christians. Is it that some persons are working to ensuring that Donald Trump comes very quickly to multiply the belief and what people have said to him, written to him, the petitions and all of that to America to say that Christians have been killed in Nigeria. The face, now a Catholic school, on Monday it was a school with both...
Mr. Omoro, I mean, this now seems like perhaps there is a pattern or perhaps a shift in a target that we've seen in the recent attacks. I'm going to put you on hold for a moment. This is to inform our live audience that we're going live to Ondo State in God's own city, Eseodo, local government area of the state, where the state is celebrating 13 years of excellence in security service. For you to continue watching the news, you can scan the barcode on your screen and continue watching on other platforms. Thank you for staying with us. Continuing the conversation, Mr. Omoro, this security situation, it seems like there is a struggle with, coordination. We've seen a bit of reassignment in the past few weeks, struggling with, the resources on ground. These attacks that we are seeing following a shift in target from, religious institutions to school, what does this tell us about, perhaps what the attackers themselves are thinking?
Well, I won't be able to tell what the attackers are thinking, but what I'll be able to tell now, because what I'll be able to say now is that this perhaps may not be the end of it all. We might have to see some more. But the challenge I have here is from the report of the Secretary to the State Government of Niger State. He did say that all the schools were asked to shut down following intel report that things like this were going to happen. And all the schools were actually shut down. Why would St. Mary go behind that order to reopen it's a thing of concern for me. I think beyond looking for those children and the kidnappers, the owner of that school and the authority, all of them should be taken in to answer for questions. If the state government has gotten intel report and has directed that all the schools in that zone should shut down for now, you don't play with intel reports. You don't joke with intelligence. If the intelligence has stated that there's likely going to be things like this to happen in that area committed to the state government, and the state government asked UNPM and asked that all the schools in that zone to shut down, why should one private school go behind that order to reopen her school? Something beyond what we know we should be told. And we can only get at that when the owner and authority, the management of that school are arrested.
Mr. Boru, this is, a big concern for everyone at the moment. But before I let you go, I want you to, react to some persons. I'm hoping you can hear me. React to, some speculations that this is no longer an issue, just in the northern part of Nigeria because of the current situation in Kwara. It is now moving to, the south, and there's a possibility of it moving to the southwest region. What does this really mean in terms of security in Nigeria, and what will be the definite solution at this time?
Definite solution at this time is for our security agencies and the military to up their game. And you and I, even security agencies have always said, are not spirits. They need you and I to give information about the movement of these persons. When you notice mass movement that are suspicious, raise alarm. You can quietly from where you are, raise alarm, notify the security agencies, who will in turn notify the military, and then appropriate measure can be used, and then they can be proactive. It's not only reactionary measure at all times. Security should not be left alone in the hands of security agents and the military. All of us should be concerned. It's the business of all of us, because the moment it happens, we are affected. We are crying hula baluna. Everybody is crying. Tell me, why should a management of a school go ignore intelligence report to reopen their school? It has happened now. Everybody is shouting. Everybody is crying. Darlington is shouting from here. Where do we go from here?
And we hope that, the students are found as quickly as possible. That's a fine place to leave it for now. Thank you for talking to us at this time. Security consultant, Darlington Umoro. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Lamidi. It's not a nice one for me.
Developing security situation in Niger State, north central Nigeria, where gunmen in the early hours of today abducted an unspecified number of students at St. Mary's Primary and Secondary School, Papiri, Agwara local government area. The attackers reportedly stormed the private Catholic school between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., arriving in large numbers on over 60 motorcycles and a van. They shot the school's gatekeeper, leaving him seriously injured. Multiple community sources, including the Catholic Archdiocese of Kontangara, said teachers are among those taken, with fears that the number of abductees could be significant. The Niger State Police Command has confirmed the incident. Police spokesperson Wasiu Abiodun says tactical units, military personnel and other security operatives have been deployed, and search operations are ongoing in surrounding forests. Commissioner of Police Adamu Eleman urges residents to remain calm and support rescue efforts with credible information. Meanwhile, the Niger State government has condemned the kidnapping of pupils from St. Mary's School in the Papiri area of Agwara local government. The government says the incident occurred despite earlier intelligence reports indicating heightened threats across parts of Niger North. In response to those alerts, the state had ordered the suspension of construction activities and the temporary closure of all boarding schools in the zone. But St. Mary's School reportedly reopened without notifying the government, exposing pupils and staff to avoidable danger. A full-scale investigation and search and rescue operation is now underway, with the state in constant communication with security formations. The government is urging school owners, community leaders, and residents to obey security directives and cooperate with security agencies, stressing that protecting the lives of children remains its top priority. And in the meantime, the Catholic Diocese of Kontagora has condemned the attack on St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools in Papiri. In a statement issued by the diocesan secretary, Reverend Father Jatau Joseph, the diocese said the assailant invaded the school at midnight, during which a security personnel was shot and several members of the school community taken away. The diocese appealed for calm, urging the public to support ongoing security operations and calling on everyone to pray for the safe and quick rescue of those abducted. Police Public Relations Officer, Niger State Command, Wasu Abiodun, joins me on TVC News at 7 for more on this development. SP Abiodun, different figures are being bandied about regarding this case, but confirm to us how many people, students and staff, were abducted from St. Mary's Private Catholic School, and what are the casualty figures?
Oh, thank you very much. Since this incident happened during the early hour of the day, today being 21st November 2025, we have deployed tactical teams to the area, as we mentioned in our release, with sister agency, military components, and other security agencies that moved to the scene. It's a very difficult terrain. It's a location where network accessibility is very difficult. Definitely, it's still a developing story. The figures are still very sketchy. However, it is confirmed that about 9 members of the staff were among the victims kidnapped, and also about 14 students of secondary school were also among the numbers victims kidnapped. However, the number of the primary school pupils abducted among these victims is still not been ascertained. We are still waiting for the school authority to confirm the exact figures of the pupils or students abducted in this incident. So as I speak with you, I may not be able to still give you the sum total of number of persons, of victims abducted in this incident. It's still a developing story, and as the reports continue to come up, we'll definitely communicate the situation to the public.
As Abiodun, you've mentioned that this location is a difficult terrain. So what is the situation at the school now? And is there any update regarding apprehending the kidnappers or any contact between them and whether it's the school, the government, or even families of victims?
Yes, as I said, it's a collaborative effort. The police have deployed tactical teams led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations. And it's not just the police alone. We have military components of New Busa in that location working together with the police and also other security agencies, intelligence agencies, doing what is expected of us and see what we can do to ensure that these students are rescued unhurt. We are still very much on ground, and it's not all the tactics, all the measures being adopted that we can reveal to the public. But I can assure you, all efforts are on deck, and we are doing everything humanly possible to ensure that these students are rescued safely.
Now, the Niger State government says the school reopened despite security alerts, which prompted it to temporarily shut all boarding schools in Niger North. And you mentioned in a statement released earlier today that the incident will be investigated and necessary action taken. What forms might this action take?
Thank you. Let me put it this way. Over time, we had a similar incident like this, and ever since then, the state government have taken steps ordering closures of schools operating boarding facilities in most of these vulnerable areas to shut down. And as I speak with you, you may agree with me. Some schools, most especially government schools in Tegina and even in Pandugari, some schools in Shiroro, and even in Mariga, government schools are still under close because some of these locations are vulnerable. And one of these locations includes this area where we have some of these insurgents around this community. So ordinarily, with the incidences that have been happening around this area, there are clear warning signals that a school of such magnitude shouldn't have continued to operate, considering a lot of activities that have been happening within Borogu local government and Nagwara. With those incidents, it is expected that such school will hold on to see improvements in security activities before putting such schools in session and putting the life of students in danger like this. Definitely, the government and the police will collaborate to investigate this disobedience to the government directive and policy towards ensuring safety of life and property. So if government schools are still being shut down due to some of these incidences around, what more private schools who is expected to key in to this government policy and ensure that safety is guaranteed. And I can assure you, with the collaboration of the government, it should be investigated and necessary possible actions will be taken.
You know, SP, some have mentioned that with the temporary closure, no date was given for reopening. And for some people, it was like a halt to the academic pursuit of pupils and students of, boarding facilities. But then let's see how it goes. Police Public Relations Officer, Niger State Command, Wasiu Abiodun, thank you for your time on TVC News at 7.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you.